Ladies and gentlemen, hello and welcome to today's video. As you've seen by the title, I'm going to be giving you a complete guide on how to play Smoke in Rainbow Six Siege. But before we get into that, if we could hit 5 likes on today's video, that would be absolutely amazing. And while you're down there, hit the subscribe button as it helps me out massively and you can change your mind at any time. So with that all being said, I won't waste any more of your time. Let's get right into the video.
Smoke has access to 2 primary weapons. I would highly recommend you use the M590A1 over the FMG9, as it's easily the best shotgun in the game right now. With a high mag capacity and with a tight spread, you will have no problem dropping enemies left, right and centre. For the attachments on the M590A1, you have to use a laser sight, as it keeps the spread of the shells low, making it easier for Smoke to make rotations, as that's mainly why you take a shotgun. It is also very strong though, so please never use the FMG now. There's no reason to use a scope like reflex or holographic on the M590A1, as all it really does is take up unnecessary space on your screen, blocking your vision, as the iron sights are among the best in the game. For mid to long range engagements, the SMG11 is easily the better secondary to have, with its high rate of fire and damage. Couple that with a fast reload time and it's a great complement to an already amazing primary weapon. It's all personal preference when it comes down to what attachment you use, but I personally use a holographic scope, as that's what I'm most comfortable with. For the barrel, I like to use flash hider, as I burst fire to conserve the mag, as it has a low capacity with only 17 bullets. Couple all of that with a vertical grip just to keep the overall recoil down, and you have yourself one hell of a mid to long range weapon. Smoke's primary gadget lasts for 10 seconds and you get 3 of them, so a lot of people think you should hold on to these for the last 30 seconds of the round, but as a Smoke you won't be just sitting on site and holding cams for people, so you might not actually be alive for the last 30 seconds. So I would start using them around the 1 minute 30 mark, as that's when most attacking teams nowadays go for a main push onto site, as the 20-second meta is kind of just out the window at this point. As Smoke, you get the option of either a deployable shield or barbed wire. Now, depending on the map, objective and team composition will depend heavily on what secondary gadget you will take. I personally like to take 6 barbed wires for every single site, so if you don't already have 6 barbed, then I would personally take some barbed wire, unless you're defending a basement, as that's usually when Smoke needs to bring a deployable shield. The best playstyle for a Smoke player is that of a secondary support, as you won't be a hard anchor like an Echo or a Maestro, but you also won't be far off site like a Vigil or Mozzie. Instead, you'll be doing more of a shallow roam, holding more angles that lead to the site, like Elbow on Oregon for example, where you hold blue so that they can't get the supply or the E-box wall, to make it harder for them to make a play onto the site. If you are going to play Smoke, you don't want to be too aggressive, but you also want to put enough pressure on so that the attackers feel like they have to change their angle of attack. You want the attackers to waste as much utility as possible on you, so that they have less when they try to make their final execute onto the site. Going back to the Oregon example, you want them to waste as many smokes, flashbangs, grenades, drones, just any form of utility on you, so that they have less for the plant or post-plant. As a Smoke, you shouldn't try to play your life as much as you should just waste time and then drop back to site, as your smoke canisters are one of the most important gadgets in the game for stopping their plant. Smoke has virtually no counters, the only exception to this being Blackbeard, as a shield can tank enough bullets from the SMG without being downed or killed, but Smoke will have no problem taking him down at close range with the M590A1. Smoke is extremely effective against Blitz and Monty, as they are shield ops and have reduced movement speed. If you couple this with the barbed wire that will also slow them down, then that is some quick, easy and free kills with the smoke canister. It's also good to note that when Finka activates her ability, it will take your smoke canister from 30 damage per second all the way up to 60. It could be extremely useful, as most Fink mains do not know that the ability doubles the damage of the smoke canister, so you could essentially kill or down the planter even faster. Overall, Smoke is one of the hardest operators to master, but if you can, then you'll become a one-man army and a force to be reckoned with, only made stronger by team play when paired with Jaeger or Echo. Learning how to play Smoke effectively is difficult, but overall will be rewarding, and I would recommend everyone to give it at least a try. So that has been today's video. If you made it this far, huge shout out to you. I did some editing with my audio in Voice Meter and Audacity, so leave a comment down below if you thought it sounded better or worse, and I'll catch you in the next one.